Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And we're going to do another reaction in this series we called KAM Reacts because according to some of you, my name is Cam, aka Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And we're going to react to a video from Canada called Financially Paralyzed. Half of Canadians living bill to bill poll finds, right? And I think bill to bill is the Canadian way of saying paycheck to paycheck. Wow. We have a lot in common with our global neighbors, don't we? Okay. Let's go ahead and play this.
The clang of the cash register, an anxiety-inducing reminder of rising costs.
Yeah, it's just a hell of a mess right now.
The cost of living making it harder to get by and leaving little hope for the future.
We talk about possibly leaving Canada because why should we stay here? Just be overtaxed, underserviced, healthcare sucks, education sucks, government is bloated.
Wow, that almost sounds like the United States. You know, what's funny was when I was a kid, or I felt like this when I was a younger person, the way that they presented Canada to us was like a or more relaxed and possibly less racist United States, right? Like they were less about making money. You know what I mean? Like that's how they presented Canada to us through media when we were younger. And it seems like that Canada just has the same problems that the rest of the world has, which is, and I didn't even know that their education system sucks. Like we all know that certain places like New York and Los Angeles, the education system is awful, but Canada too. Oh my goodness! All right, let's keep playing.
Why should we stay here? Just be overtaxed, underserviced, healthcare sucks, education sucks, government is bloated.
A new RBC poll found 59% of British Columbians feel financially paralyzed due to rising costs, 4% higher than the national average.
So that means that at least 50% of the country is living paycheck to paycheck. Wow. Wow. Is there a country where everybody's just like doing well and really happy? Can someone point me to that country? Because I'm curious. Because like everywhere I just see doom and gloom now. Remember the news story that I did or I reacted to about the school teachers getting paid like 5 days late and it's like the end of the world for them? Everybody's struggling. Everybody's living paycheck to paycheck. It's crazy.
This even as inflation drops to the Bank of Canada's 2% target.
Many Canadians, anecdotally, feel like their income is not going up, but yet costs, even though it's only 2% now, not 8%, they're still going up.
Just under 1/3 of British Columbians say their finances are in a constant state of chaos.
It's really gone downhill in the last 10 years, the quality of life, and I just, honestly, I feel bad for people every day, and I don't like having to feel bad every day.
So, if you don't know, I think the person in charge for the last 10 years was Justin Trudeau, and then he recently resigned. So, I don't know if there's a coincidence there between Canada going downhill for the last 10 years. And maybe it was a better place than the United States once upon a time and a little bit more free and liberal and more relaxed and less competitive, and now it's just become a heck hole according to the Canadians themselves. I've never been to Canada, so I can't tell you how it's like, right? So not gonna put any judgment there. But according to them, it seems like, under a certain leadership, wink wink, things haven't been so good. Okay.
The survey also shows 54% of British Columbians are spending all of their income on essential bills and expenses.
That is insane. That is insane. You're paying 100% of your paycheck and all of it's going out the window. That is insane. And that's 54%.
And 57% doubt they'll ever get ahead.
I remember living from paycheck to paycheck, and that's tough. That's really tough, and you're always stressed out, and that's not good.
Of course, with these tariffs coming up from the United States, it's going to make it even that much worse.
Despite the doom and gloom, Bannon says there are ways to manage debt and expenses.
If this was your health that we were talking about, and this was a medical situation, you'd be talking to a medical professional, and we're encouraging people to use the same approach for their financial health.
Saying there's no shame in asking for help.
That's their solution. Ask for help. Yes, ask for help. Oh, no, I don't even know what to say. You know what's funny? Like, if this guy's worried about, like, the tariffs from the United States, m and maybe, like, you know how Trump was like, "We gotta make Canada the 51st state?" Well, if Canada becomes the 51st state, problem solved. No more tariffs, right? I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh and make fun, but I gotta find a way to make myself not depressed when I read these, or when I react to these news stories, you know? And you know what's sad? I'm gonna tell you something. Any country that's idealized as a place for Americans to go, I always feel like there's some sort of weird dark side that's lurking and nobody really talks about until it's like too late, right? Because, like I said, when I was a kid, Canada was always kind of like a place presented as like this easy go to place, and you know you get free healthcare and everything's all right. And then same thing, you know, like, people fantasize about going to Japan, Korea, where else do they fantasize about going to? The Philippines, Latin America. Um, do you remember that landlord from Portland that I reacted to, who was like, "Oh, yeah, I've traveled all over the world, and I've been to Australia for a couple of years, and now and I'm here at Portland, and I love Portland," but then he's crying because Portland is so dysfunctional. That's how I feel about the United States. I don't know how to really explain it, but it's like I've been all over the world and I don't even really like the United States that much, to be honest. But I'm still here because everywhere else is like super more dysfunctional than the United States. And in the United States, you can kind of find a way to make it, right? Everywhere else, you're just kind of like, it's over. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm not saying that other places are like bad or the people there are bad. It's that there's a structural problem with many countries where people literally just don't care and they just give up. And a lot of that has kind of seeped into the United States too. But the way that I think of the United States is kinda like, "Hey, fast food restaurants are everywhere, but you can still go to Whole Foods." In other countries, that Whole Foods option isn't even there, if that makes sense, right? But, yeah, financially paralyzed. Crazy, crazy. Canada, you too? Canada? Man, everywhere people are struggling, right? This one says, "Except there's no doctors. I was told I might have cancer, and I can't even find a doctor to look at me. I don't wanna die." Wow, that's really sad. That's really sad. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Oh, Michael Moore, were you wrong? I think I watched your documentary back in 2004. Anyways, yep, that's where we're at with Canada today. Financially paralyzed, half of Canadians living bill to bill, or as we say in the States, paycheck to paycheck. Man, the only reason I try to make myself laugh is if I watch too many of these videos, I think I'm gonna go to sleep depressed. So I don't laugh to make fun of people. I laugh so I could keep my spirits up. All right, well that's it for this video. Do that thing that all the YouTubers tell you do: like and subscribe and share this video, right? So and subscribe. I already told you to do that. All right, have a great one, everybody. I'll see you in the next video.